Now you can't see anything. Let's look at you.
Yeah, that's the catch-22. I can't see anything, but I look good.
You look great.
I smell good.
Oh.
And if you ask the wife, I'm not going to do it. What I am going to do is queue up. You're listening to the Sports Show at Sports Show Podcast. 2 S's. Sports Show Podcast. Sports Show TV. Podbean. Spotify. iTunes. Sports Show TV on YouTube. CJSW 90.9 FM. Second Tuesday of every month. A lot of things happening.
Lots
happening. But why don't we get to what's important, what's in front of us?
It's the most important thing that's happened.
Ladies and
weeks,
gentlemen.
Months, dare I say.
I know you're watching it on the video, and you already maybe know who it is, but I have to cue it up.
Just take it away from him. Under 4 left. The barn is alive again. 52-51. Illinois. Grip. Buckle up. In the seatbelts. Get ready for a wild ride to the...
Yeah, stay there. That's what we want. Get ready. Okay, Amy, hold on.
10 times.
Long-standing divisional captain for the Jokers Hockey Club. 4-time divisional champion.
4 times.
1-time league champion. 3-time league voted MVP. He has been on the council of the Greek community in the hearts of every Calgarian. Ladies and gentlemen, the Capitano in the flesh, Gus Morfesis, right here.
Thanks, Morpho. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Oh, great intro. Thank you.
You're getting that on the melodies, too.
That's
You're getting
good.
that on the
That's
group
good.
show. Just
That's
so you know.
good, yeah.
This was just me practicing it out.
That's not bad.
Captain Morph. He's captain of the Jokers Hockey. He loves his hockey. He loves his sports. Thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, thanks for having me, boys.
Oh, we're so
always
pumped.
appreciate it.
You know what? I was a little nervous at first when you're like, Mitch, I got to drive. And then I was reading further. I'm a skimmer when I read text messages.
You're a skimmer.
So I start assuming things.
Right.
And I was ready to come here. And then thank God I stopped. I said, hey, he's not going to let us down. And it said, hey, I'm on my way.
Whoa, you actually questioned it?
For a second, you got 3 boys in hockey. Yeah, I assumed maybe something came up last night.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't
Morph.
know.
He just doesn't know. He doesn't.
Because
These events are yearly.
Yes. But can I also... He's called... Is he calling us out on this?
What? You
know what?
you,
Hold on. Let's make this very clear, Mr. Morfesis. This is an open door policy here. We have no problem asking you to come at any time. And you can also ask, hey, I got a little itch. I got something to say. Can I come on the show?
Yeah.
You know that. Come on. All right. Last week on the show, we get into the NHL talk, Morph. And, and we start talking about John Gaudreau, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I may have gotten a little ahead of myself. I may have started saying to myself and to you guys about the standing ovation that occurred at the Saddle Dome for a guy that threw us under the bus and did so many things to us and all this stuff. And I said to myself, Mitch, you know what? For once, just calm down and rethink it all. You called the Calgary Flame fans crappy fans. You know what I mean? I may have used some other words too. And I said to myself, you're right. You know what? So a couple days later, I'm sitting around. I'm sad, right? For various reasons.
Lamenting.
I'm lamenting. I say I'm going to pour myself a little drink, which, by the way, we talked about. I did it anyways. And I was watching some highlights. Oh, the Hitmen are on TV. Or the highlight. I'm like, why would they put the Hitmen on? 19,100 people at the Saddle Dome to watch Connor Bedard.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, cool. Standing ovation for Connor Bedard from the Regina Pats. Oh, they're because of Team Canada. You know what? Sure. Okay. Because they train here, right? During the offseason to get ready.
Team Canada's hubs here.
Fine. He's kind of a Calgarian. I'll leave it go. I won't say anything.
By the way, we play out of that same hub, just so you know. It produces a wonderful athlete.
It does, obviously. Then after that, I see he scores a goal, and there's another standing ovation. So I say to myself, you know what? I'm wrong.
No.
I'm right. We are the
That
worst
is
fans.
brutal.
The Calgary Hitmen finally get 19,000 people to their game. Everyone's excited. Now, get me wrong. They were cheering for the Hitmen when they scored, but we were giving this guy not 1, not 2, 3 standing ovations. And we haven't even drafted this guy. He's not going to be a Flame. And this is the thing. He's going to be in the Western Conference pretty much. It's like a 75 chance he'll be in the West. We're going to see this guy all the time. So between him and Johnny Gaudreau, we're just going to stand up for everybody. So I'm a little upset about the Flames. I'm right. I was right about the Flames fan. We are the worst fans in the NHL. Hockey fans. We're the worst hockey fans of all time.
There's something to be said to that, Mitch, because at least this would not happen in Vancouver. This would not happen in Montreal. I debate Toronto. But nonetheless, this wouldn't happen anywhere else. I get it. You get to the Olympics, we all band together. We're all friends. Oh,
Yeah,
yay,
fair
good.
enough.
Let's go national team. But in the barn,
Yeah.
in your own
It's
barn,
embarrassing.
It
Where's
isn't.
Where's the loyalty?
That's exactly it.
Thank you, Morph.
Yeah. Were you at that Columbus game by any chance?
I was not. No,
Okay. Would you have honestly stood during that time?
not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a
See,
chance.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Where is this? Where is this part of hockey or sports in general? Like, I get
Oh,
the
just-
game's different, but man.
Just anywhere.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what though? But we're bad here. Like Dimitri said it really good last week. What happened to the rivalries? No, this would not happen to like if Connor Bedard, or pardon me, if John Hockey played in Edmonton and left, I guarantee you those Oilers fans are not giving that guy a standing ovation.
Oh,
There's no way.
I was dumbfounded when I saw it.
I couldn't believe it. And the thing is, it's like he didn't win a cup here. He's not our leading scorer of all time. Like all this stuff, blah blah blah. And the way he left on top of it,
Yeah, he also left the organization high and dry.
high and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
P.S. We're getting into the NHL talk now. It's NHL dump and chase time. I was going to do the power rankings, but I want to say something. Yesterday, I turned it on. I'm watching the NHL skills competition.
Please tell me where you're going with it.
Okay, you can start with it. I just want to say one thing. You know who the happiest guy in the world is? And I don't care if you know him or you don't. All you have to do is turn on the TV and goes, why is that one guy smiling constantly? And that's Matthew Tkachuk. I have never seen a happier hockey player in my life. He did it was cheesy. It was horrible, the whole event. I don't care what anybody says. The All-Star game's got to go. It's bad. But that dude, I've never seen somebody happier to not be in Calgary.
Yeah, but he also voiced his opinion. Like, I love it here.
Yeah. Oh, very much
Love
so.
it here.
Never said that about Calgary, though.
No.
No. Interesting. I'm going to tell you what pissed me off. So I come in and I start watching the All-Star game, which, yeah, I'm with you too. The NHL's trying to just, can we get back to fundamentals? Who has the hardest shot?
Yes.
Who's the fastest skater?
Yes.
Who's the most accurate?
Yes.
Like, call it a day. Like, everything you think that Ray Bourque did back in the day is almost meaningless now to a degree. Like, he went 4 for 4. No time trial. He went 4 for 4. End the story. We don't need, this is the problem I have with it. Number one, I turn into the accuracy competition. And so they're doing it by time trial.
Right.
So Brock Nelson, in the first round, he had the number one. He did it in 12 seconds. You're like, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Connor McDavid comes in.
Yeah.
And he nails 4 for 4 in 9 seconds.
Yeah.
And I go, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Of course he's McJesus. And yet he doesn't win. Because then you got to go through another round. I'm sorry. I hate this whole bracket round. Why does he got to do it again? That's the best time. It's like Ray Bourque. That's the best. It's bothering me more.
Let's go back to that 9-second Connor. Did he smile once?
No, man. That guy is all business,
business.
all time.
Like that guy just needs to lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you saw right before they came in, they were doing a couple of interviews in the locker room, and he goes, you know what? I'm here. A lot of people are going, you're going to win, or you're favored to win that fastest skater. He goes, I'm here to show everyone I'm not just the fastest skater. His words, not mine.
Yeah.
And he came in and did exactly the 9 second, and then ends up losing it because he goes, and by the way, Kadri beat him. So standing ovation for Kadri. If he doesn't get one at the next home game for the Flames, I'm super mad. I'm going to be even more mad.
Great tie-in. But more, this is what I'm saying. Like, the guy doesn't win. And that's the other thing, too, on the other end. McDavid, I want you to win it all. Like, this is the all-star competition. I don't care. To me, they should just get rid of all this fluff. You know what? You want to do one little fun game like they did with the surfboards just to do something for the fans?
That was
Fine.
not bad.
You know what? I actually enjoyed that.
That one was
that's
okay.
What I'm saying. I kind of like that.
You know-
I go, oh, you know.
What would have been better is let people walk by behind just in case they miss and somebody gets it right in the face. A puck.
Yeah.
That would have been just fun to watch.
Unreal.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see? You're not going to hit all the targets.
No.
Last couple of 5 seconds, why not just aim for the NHL targets so they dunk them anyway?
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
See, that
Yes.
Tkachuk guy did it as well. The other one, the brother. What's his name?
Brady.
Braden, thank you. He was trying to do it to the one guy
amazing.
sitting in the
It's
thing.
amazing.
Yeah. The one that I had no idea why they were doing it, and I think they made it up on the spot, was the goaltending shooter shoots at the empty net with the little display there, so it gets it right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the other guy would stop a breakaway, but it was a half breakaway. It was horribly put together.
Yeah.
I had no idea that the guy behind was actually against the guy making the save until later on. It was horribly done. I didn't understand anything.
It actually looked like me coming up with drills for my daughter's soccer practice.
Exactly what it was.
Hey, you're
NHL level.
Yeah, you're in charge here, Dimitri. Here's some cones and some balls.
Okay, you in behind.
Yeah.
You full gear. Shoot this way. You guys try to score on him. Okay, we're gonna do 3-on-0, 2-on-0, and a couple of one-on-ones.
And then you have breakaway. Come on, let's pick it up.
Let's go. Come on. What are you guys doing? What the hell is going? You know where they can win? This is the thing. Why don't they make it like the decathlon or the pentathlon or something? Follow me on this. You got McDavid. He goes in for fastest skater, hardest shot.
Yeah.
Maybe a skills competition with the puck, like do some dekes and stuff, and then make it a point system. And not everyone gets involved. They can all be on the ice and play and blah, blah, blah. But just do it like then you'll see who the most gifted, the most talented is out of all the NHL.
Yes.
So a guy, for example, like Kadri versus McDavid versus a Brock Nelson, let's call it. Okay, you can shoot the little targets. Great. Good for you. Are you actually going to try to skate against this guy? You're not going to do that. So, you know what I mean? Just make it competition. Make it fun here. This is ridiculous.
Oh, that's cute. You could shoot your little targets. Mitch, you airballed the three-pointer when the game was on the line.
Not once, twice, 3 times, I might add. Do you know how hard it is to do it 3 times? Morph, tell them.
Oh, it's very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Especially when you're wide open.
Listen, what happens is I get the ball's sweaty, and number one.
Yeah.
Comes around. You got to hold it nicely.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we move on. All right, it's the NHL.
I wanna. You know what? I think, and this is just my opinion on the All-Star game. Enough with all this fluff. Any All-Star that goes into that game should be forced to do every single competition. So if you're named an All-Star, you have to go for the skating, go for the targets, go for the slap shot.
It's gonna be like 3 hours long. This thing.
No. That way you only pick. Everyone send their best. 32 people
send their best.
You send your delegate, and that's all there is to it.
I see what you're saying.
Forget
send your delegate.
I want Olympic style. Because what's next? Ice skating?
Well, it should be there. I mean, it's kind of an important
come.
part.
It's gonna come.
I don't know. It's lost its luster. And then at the end, I see that Kachuk guy again. They're doing some sort of skit. There was a skit. There was like a drama play or something. Did you see this?
I did watch
His
that.
brother came out, sat on a chair. Luongo came out of the stands. I don't know what the hell was going on.
It was very cheesy.
It was garbage.
That one was like really bad.
Really bad.
Was that PK Subban or Shaft? I didn't know if that was Dolomite or PK Subban. Yeah. I looked at him. I go, "You son of a gun!" I go, "How you work your way in?"
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the
With
power
skates
play
on too,
list.
by the way.
Here we go. At number 5, right at the All-Star break, we got the Dallas Stars and the Oilers. You got to give them a little bit of love. They're on a heater. And by the way, their goalie might have the greatest mustache of all time. That Skinner, that was a nice mustache.
Fair point.
At number 4, it's the LA Kings. Boys, they're just right there. They look like the most boring. They're the new Minnesota Wild. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. They just are. The Kings.
Okay.
All right?
Young too. They're young.
They're young. You know who's better than the Kings, though? It's the Kraken at number 3.
You dropped them to 3?
I dropped them to 3. You'll find out why.
Okay.
You'll find out why.
Okay.
At number 2, it's Boston because, hey, man, we're halfway. There's only like 30 games left in the season. Boston looks fantastic. You got to give them their accolades. And then at number 1, it's a team. They're on a 7-game heater. They're 9-0-1 the last 10. It's the Hurricanes. Too good. They're just too good.
That's my pick. That was my pre-pick.
The Carolina?
And for the Cup.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, man.
Boston came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's so. We talked more. Thank you. Yeah, go. We talked about this last week. Where it's like Boston came out of nowhere, but did they, or do we just not give them enough respect?
I think we assumed they were all just going to fall over.
I was talking to the captain.
I know. I was just setting it up.
No,
I was setting it up.
I was
setting it up.
No.
You know what? This is hard enough with 3 guys. All right. You don't need to make it more difficult.
I was speaking to the captain.
All right. I apologize.
Yeah, that's better. Thank you. No, yes, I do believe Boston did come out of nowhere, especially going off of last year. They were a good team. They're an aging team.
Fair enough, yeah.
And then to pull off that record before they lost 3 in a row, 4 losses?
Yeah.
Before they lost 3 in a row? Come on, man.
They're a fantastic
unbelievable.
team. This team has got something going, man.
Man, it's just a tight unit. Yeah, this is what we were debating. We're like, but they have all these players. Like, you look at the players, like, this is a good roster, but are they really? If you put them, like, they're almost Vegas Golden Knight-esque to a degree, right? Like, they just have a lot of
depth.
Work, yeah.
And they play a system, and the system is working.
Yeah.
I like this team. Boston right now is just proving that they can't. This isn't a flash in the pan. They're going to be around. They're going to be here. They're tough. They got it all going on. Going forward, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. As I watch the Kraken, as I watch LA. It's those kind of teams that are going to start like making their way up. But we're going to get into that question in a second. But on the shorthanded list, no one really cares about it. I think we might drop the shorthanded list. What are you thinking?
You know what I think we should do?
Sure.
Who's the biggest loser of the week?
It's the Blackhawks this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Let's take the shorthanded list.
Yeah.
Instead of 5 to 4. It's a lot of work for nothing.
It's a lot of work for nothing. You're right. I mean, do they deserve to be talked about?
Are they?
You know what? This week they are.
All of a sudden, they're in the race for Connor again.
I know. This is why that's why we say they're number one. That's why they're number one this week.
Maybe they should be on the top 5 list.
That's right. Oh. Well, see, I see what you're saying.
I still feel they're going to get him, eh?
It looks like it's Chicago.
I know. It just, for whatever reason, they're just going to get lucky. I think we talked about this.
And if Columbus gets him, I actually might bomb that city.
Hot take from Morph.
Whoa.
Captain Morph. Hot take.
It would be so, of course this would happen to Calgary type deal if Boston gets him. Or, excuse me, if Columbus gets him. Of course.
Well, actually, I think it's great for the fans because now you can do 2 standing ovations in one night all the time. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is great. I hope so. Way to go, Columbus. Let's go. All right. This question is directed to Morph. We are at the halfway point. I mean, the All-Star game. There's 30 games left in the season. Morph, Captain Morph, pardon me. Mm-hmm. Which is, or what team, which player has most impressed you so far this NHL season?
Number 8.
Number 8?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, nice.
How is he 37 years old and he is on pace for 50 goals again this year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Teach us a little, buddy. What have I been telling you?
Like I know. It's ridiculous.
It really is, actually. Seeing him yesterday too, and all the guys like love him and respect him on top of it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you can tell he's a guy's guy. I heard like during the Pittsburgh game, Letang's dad had passed or whatever, and he came over and slapped. You know, he gave him the respect. A lot of people. He just does everything right. Apparently, like just everything right. Good captain.
Yes.
Yep.
Good score. Amazing score. He is going to be. I was convinced he's never even going to sniff it, but he's definitely.
I was on the same page. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way.
Listen, the only thing that'll get in his way is health. If he sustains an injury and he just can't play anymore. But this is what I was saying is like, we talked about this for how long, and now he's at the. This was my whole point: is that he'll get to a point where he's going to be so close, and then you have to get to the psychology. Like Gretzky's records are so up there that they'll probably never really get broken. Like 50 goals, 39 games. Like that one is holy crap. Like maybe a McDavid might. Gretzky's. You need that. So here's Ovechkin now, 37. He's already plugged in over 30. Okay, and in his mind, he'll play till 44.
Yep.
Because all he has to do is sit on the power play. And I say he should play on the 4th line. He's going to play against losers. He'll set up where he is because the guy can shoot the puck.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
That's all he knows how to do.
He's a pure goal scorer. It's unbelievable what he's doing.
Unbelievable. So he'll crack it as long as he's healthy. And he doesn't care if he's 41, 40. Look at Yager. Yager was 42 in the NHL.
Yeah, but his production fell off quite a bit when he got in his 40s.
For sure. But you know what? All Ovechkin will need if he plays at 42, Ovechkin needs 10 goals in a season. That's it. And he'll do that in 30 games.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he's going, I thought for sure he was going to start falling down, but no, you're right, Morph. That's a great pick. All right, speaking of Washington, right now, if we look at the wild card selection, and again, I'll say it, 30 games remaining in the season. Right now, Washington, Pittsburgh are the Eastern kind of wild card teams that are in. Which team, Morph and Mr. Dimitri, are going to stay as the wild cards? So behind them, the sneakers, the guys that are looking in, are the Islanders, the Panthers, the Sabres are basically those 3 teams that are and the Panthers, I guess you can kind of say. So those 4 teams are kind of looking. Is it going to stay the same? Do you see any of these guys sneaking in, or is it going to be these 2 that stay in?
That's a very good question.
Well, thank you.
I hope Panthers don't make it just because of Kachuk.
I don't know. He seems so happy. I don't think he cares either way. He's like, more sun? Sure.
That's what happens in Boca.
It's the Boca life, man. You're right. You're totally right.
You know, he did look a little too white, though.
He does look a little white.
Right? He's a little too white.
That's just a pigment.
He could be going to the Wild Orchid.
Good. Well, it's a late nights over there. Dimitri, what are you thinking? Are these guys going to stay? Are your Pittsburgh and Washington going to stay?
I want them to stay. I think they are going to stay.
Yeah.
I think both of them are going to stay. And I'm just trying to figure out on the drop-off. The tough part is Boston, Tampa, Toronto, in my opinion, are locked in.
Yeah.
Then you got Carolina, the Devils.
The Devils.
And who else? And now I'm drawing a blank. You got
Hurricanes.
and
Devil-
Hurricanes, Devils, and is it the Rangers?
The Rangers.
The
correct.
Rangers,
Very
yeah.
good.
The Rangers are the team that I'm worried about, right?
think so.
Because Washington and Pittsburgh can fight for that spot
Mm-hmm.
and maybe drop one of them out. That's the only bubble team. It's gonna be tight though.
I like the Rangers. I think they got better goaltending. I think they'll stick around. I think it's going to stay the way it is what I'm going to go with.
I
think,
hope
right now.
so. I hope so. Because it at least make it exciting. Like, what are these other teams going to do in the playoffs?
That's
Well,
true.
we didn't talk about the Islanders.
They're right here. Right here.
Oh,
you're
how
talking
about
about the
that
trade.
trade?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
trade.
That's what the
Is that going to help them? Is that going to give them that push to get
Long
into?
run? Long run, yes. I love that trade. I'm a little like, well, what's Vancouver doing over there?
Vancouver has not come to grips that they are in a rebuild. They're not saying they use the word retool constantly. They will not use the word rebuild. I don't know why. I mean, it is what it. Yeah, you just traded your best player to the Islanders. Do I think that's going to help the Islanders? Yes, but it's one of those things. More, it's like it always looks good on paper, but you got to just see how he gels with his team, right? Like how they all go. He seems like the kind of guy that'll be okay.
I think he'll be okay. I think Vancouver didn't get enough.
Oh,
agree.
absolutely not. Like zero.
Like you
Yes.
got a couple of third line
Yeah.
players, and then you got one draft pick for sure. Remember, first round
The first and the second round, yeah.
and a second
But
round.
the first one is locked.
That's right.
There is
That's
a first
locked,
round
yeah.
draft pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you gave up a lot for your captain.
I agree.
100%. But you're also giving up. You know he's not going to sign, and you know he's not happy. It's like one of the. Did you see? NBA, but Kyle Irving requested a trade before their All-Star game this week.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 days, and then he's like, "I want to be gone before the All-Star game." These guys are just not happy. These superstars have taken over the world, man. They just when they're not happy. It sounds like, I mean, to your point, they got nothing. Maybe that was the best offer out there. Lou Amorello with him. That's it.
But you got to remember, the Islanders also made a significant run with a team like that. So when you're looking at the Devils, when you're looking at the Rangers, I mean, they got Panarin fine. But when you're looking at, and what the Islanders did for a few years there with just a bunch of mediocre guys, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? You don't got to overpay. And then you're just leaving the room open. Like, I don't think the Islanders are done, you guys.
Oh, you think there's more moves?
I think, yeah, I do. They have to compete now.
Yeah, that's true. You
They
gotta
have
make
to
a move.
compete now. I mean, and if you think, like, you position yourself, you're Jersey, Islanders, Rangers. Guys, the drop-off in 4 years between Washington and Pittsburgh is going to be significant.
Yes.
They are not going to be in the play, and these guys are in the pole position to just go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And so Washington and Pittsburgh, once their era is done, I don't think they'll make the playoffs for almost 5 years unless
easily.
they kind of get something going.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, let's talk about the West real quick. Right now, in the wild card, you got the Oilers.
Calgary Flames!
And you got the Avalanche, and it's the Flames, Nashville, and the Blues all looking in. Captain Morph, does it say the same, or is there some dramatic move you want to tell us about?
I don't think there's any move there
No?
at all. I'm a Flames fan.
Yeah, of course.
Watching them play this year, it's hurtful.
Yeah.
It's hurtful.
It is. It is. It is. I that's a great way to say it. It is. It's
just
annoying.
it's hurtful.
It is, man. They got the team. They got the players. They got the coach. They have everything, and they still like. When's the last time they went on a 5-game heater? And that's all they need. By the way,
Agreed.
are you agreed that any team here, any of these teams, all you need to do is a 5-game heater, and you're in the playoffs? I swear to God, man. This 1-win, 1-loss thing is getting really annoying.
No, you're not wrong, Mitch. That is significant. And you know, here's my play out. Colorado gets into their division.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado
Oh,
gets
you
a-
think they'll get like the 3 spot?
I think Colorado gets a 3 spot.
Okay.
Bumps out. I think it's the Wild that have it right now,
Yeah,
right? Because Winnipeg.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I think Calgary takes that last wild card.
Really?
I
Huh?
think they just like
Based on what?
Well, they're in the mix.
I mean, if it was based on standing ovations, yeah. We got this.
their consistency.
Yeah.
I think all those teams are inconsistent, but I think Colorado is definitely underperforming. I think they're going to pick it up after this All-Star break, because Minnesota to me is if I closed my eyes, and if they didn't play with jerseys, Minnesota and Calgary are just the same team.
Mm-hmm.
And I just am trying to. My heart is telling me, Calgary I think is a little bit better than Minnesota, and I think that just sneak it out. Like, just sneak it out.
I'm with Morph. I want to believe you, and I do believe you. Everything you're saying is, yeah, you're right. But why are they not, 30 games left. So that means you've been playing, what, 50 games in now, right? So what's going on? Why haven't you guys figured it out? Is it, I mean, a couple of podcasts ago, I said that Daryl Sutter is coaching any other team, he's fired. Not because it's his fault. Not
totally
because
agree.
it's his fault. It's because that's what happens. You get fired when your team doesn't perform, especially a team that analysts picked to win the Stanley Cup at the beginning of the year.
Maybe that team does need a change.
Maybe.
It's hard. Like
Sure got
you take
awkward
off,
silent there for a second.
You take your two best offensive players out of the equation. I know you replace them with Huberdeau and Kadri.
Right.
They're coming into a new system,
Yeah.
new division,
Everything.
new coaching. Like
I saw a stat the other day.
That's true.
Huberdeau is on pace to have like 58 points. He's 57 points less than last year.
yeah,
That's crazy. The guy was up for the Hart last year.
Different role, but hold on.
But
this
still,
is where
Dimitri.
I get it. Listen, I'm not happy with Huberdeau's performance.
Well, it sounded like you're a little happy.
but there's a big difference when you're playing with Barkov
Right.
as opposed to the role that they're trying to put him to be that guy. And to me, that was a miscue by management.
Right.
Saying we're going to bring in this guy to replace that guy and have the expectation that he should be that. I don't think that they've put him in a position. They've tried to give him the captaincy. They tried to make him into a really like Jerome McGinley role player, right? Just be everywhere. And he's got an identity crisis. That's why I give him a gimme year.
Yeah, but you know what? With all due respect, Treliving, you said management didn't. They had to do something, and he did it.
I like the moves. I still like the moves.
I still like the
Mitch.
moves based on what had to happen. But the reality is, it's not working here. And if I understood what the L captain said, it sounds like I might be
I won't
right
argue
about
with
the
captain.
fact.
I don't argue with the
Of
captain.
the matter is something's
here's
not
the other point.
tweaking here.
The Flames have something stupid like 13, 14 overtime losses, okay? They're the most in the league.
Yep.
Even if you take a quarter of those and they were on the right side of it, guys, they're out of the wild card, they're in the divisional playoff spot. So, you know, the story could be so different right now.
Great, but you still have to win those games.
But you're
Okay,
right.
this is what I'm thinking. The Jokers. Who's your best shootout guy?
Pete Zanis.
PZ's the best shootout? So Flames signed PZ just for shootout things. This is what I'm thinking. No? Right? I'm taking your guys' word for it.
Sorry, I got
So PZ will make him fall asleep as he flies in, right? Like is this why you guys?
It takes him a
You know what?
period
I
to
won't
get
let
there.
you either speak ill of the PZ on this podcast. Either one of you. I will not allow this to happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
absolutely.
Beautiful.
No, we got a lot of good ringers there. I'm up there for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking one of you guys signs a contract just to be a shootout specialist. If we're losing these
Special
all to the
teams.
special teams.
Yeah, we had one guy, but he left us because he had enough.
All right, from there, let's go over to
Dave's really good.
DA?
He's awesome. Yeah.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
DA then.
Because he's just so accurate long range.
Right. So he'll sneak them all in. He'll just come on in. All right, let's go over to the NFL. Last week, the AFC and the NFC had their championship games. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Bowl is set. It is fly, Eagles, fly. The Philadelphia Eagles taking on
on the way to victory.
on the Kansas City Chiefs. That was a good game, kind of. We'll talk about it real quick. Let's start with the Philly game real quick.
Yes.
Captain Morph, this is his team. This is his boys.
The floor is yours,
The floor is
Senator.
yours. Go ahead. What did you think of your boys? Did they earn that win, or did they get a little lucky with the Brock Purdy?
I'm sick and tired of hearing this. Hey, don't cheer. Hey, you know what? It's starting quarterback get hurt, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Then protect your quarterback.
There it is. There it is. Hot take. Protect your and you know what? You got a point. That's
Not
their
once,
third
twice.
one. That's the third one.
Take that, Swiss Greek.
Sick and tired of hearing this garbage.
No. You know what I really liked about Philly when they had the bye, awesome. They wait for New York to come into town. They smash New York in the face where everyone's like, oh, this is gonna be divisional game's gonna be. Then when San Fran came in, I'm not gonna lie, the Brock Purdy, let's call it, he's swaggering in, he's looking good. More if you got to give him his
He'll be
accolades.
there a long time.
First
that kid,
play,
man.
this is like going to prison. You go into Philly. It's kind of like going to prison if you go to Philly, I would imagine. And what do? You punch the biggest guy in the mouth first, and that hit on Brock Purdy changed the whole game. It was over after that. It really was.
Yep.
It really was. I don't think your team has played their best game yet, and they're heading to the Super Bowl. And that's what the scariest thing is.
I like that. I like that. Look, I look at the Philadelphia. It's funny. Both Philadelphia and Kansas City, both number one teams in the respective conferences. And they are the most underappreciated, under-talked about teams.
That's right. Yeah.
The whole year. And everyone's been looking at everywhere else. I personally think on a paper side of things that San Francisco is the best team in the league.
Right.
Top to bottom. I go, okay, on paper you're doing good. But then you looked at the Eagles and everyone forgets, like, guys, they're a 14-3 team or whatever they finished there. I know Kansas City's 14. What were the Eagles?
They were like 13-3 or no, 14-3. 14-3.
They were 14-3. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're like, this is a 14-3 team, you guys. Like,
Right.
it doesn't matter, maybe your schedule's a little bit lighter, and I kind of started getting caught into that trap during the season. I go, this is they're good. And the game wouldn't have been different for me. The game would not have been different for me, okay? Because maybe San Francisco would have had some more offense. They couldn't run the ball. They were running the ball more. Maybe there was more throws, this and that. But I don't think so, man. I don't think so, because they are a tight, dynamic unit. This is a good football team. And Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, all he showed to me is real deal.
That guy's business.
He is business.
Right? Like, real deal.
He's been good all his life. Here's a guy that went to Alabama. And, I mean, you go to Alabama, you're a great player. It doesn't matter how you look at it. He goes, you know what? I'm not getting enough playing time. Goes to Oklahoma. Great program as well. Learns a different system. And then comes into Philly as basically a third stringer. And then, they get rid of the Wentz. They get rid of the Foles. They get rid of it. And he earns his way up. Like, this dude knows how to play ball. Yeah. And they're not, you're right. I've never seen such disrespect to a team so good, right? How
did Philly score all their points?
Yeah.
Was it they ran the ball right down San Francisco?
So thank you, Morph. Then and think about the O-line, the gaps, the areas that they had to play. They ran everything. That's why I say they didn't even have to use their offense. That's what's crazy to me is that because if they wanted to go into a gunslinger match with Philly, like if San Fran wanted to play that game and open up, it would have been even worse for them. This is what I'm saying. They didn't even get to throw the ball.
I'll disagree with you there because San Fran couldn't. This Joe Johnson guy, granted he's been in the NFL 15 years with like all the teams. I think he plays for all the teams or something. The guy, when you're a third string quarterback, you don't get those reps. So this guy's thrown into the NFC Championship game, man, in Philly.
Yeah.
Dude, there's no worse place to play if you're a backup quarterback. There's nowhere else worse to play.
They had a hard time scoring against Dallas as well.
Agreed, but we didn't see. But Dimitri, it's hard to say. It's like saying, this guy, this, that. You know what I mean? Bottom line, Brock Purdy finished that game. I'm not saying they win. I'm just saying it would have been a much more entertaining game. 100% it would have been.
It was. As a Philly fan, it was still a boring game.
Yeah, no, it wasn't great. Like I said, you guys didn't play your best.
My God, like I love the way they ran the ball.
Yeah,
they're coaching, man.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. The Sirianni.
Like Sirianni, man, you guys. Like,
I like this guy.
There's a guy who knows what he's got. Like, people could say, oh, what? It must be nice to have a team like that. Whoa, hold on a second, you guys. This is a Super Bowl winning team that kind of got broken up a little bit. Coach Lee, like everything was and then brought back together. And now he's got, because I would challenge anyone 3 years ago, say, name me the 3 running backs on Philly.
Yeah,
name them. That's what I thought. And now you look, you're like, oh crap, man, they got weapons. Who are these guys?
Yeah.
That's coaching.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they have to wait for somebody, and then the AFC game came on. I was pumped about this game. I was excited about this game. And then this game took a little bit of a weird turn. And I blame the referees. I don't like blaming the referees. I've said it on this podcast. I don't like instant replays. I don't like all that crap. But the refs also should not be dictating this game, and the refs dictated this game. At the end of the game, I hate to say it, though, that call was the right call to make. Anybody, anywhere would have made that call.
Mitch, let me tell you what it was.
You can't push the MVP from behind in the sideline.
This is what happened. This is what happened.
You can't do it.
This is like single Dimitri going out to the bar, buying a girl drinks, having a good time. Things are going great. And as we're walking out to go get an Uber, back in that time it was still a cab. Yeah. As we're walking out to get a cab, oh, I'm married.
Yeah.
That was the game.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
That's a really good analogy.
That's a really good analogy.
That was the game.
That was it. You're right. Yeah. There was a huge drop there. I agree, man. But you had to make that call. You had to make that call.
Mitch, no.
Dimitri, you had to.
He took a dive, too.
Listen,
he sold
did he sell it? He was selling that leg injury all night. Of course. I agree with you. Captain Morph, what'd you think of the AFC game?
He definitely sold it. It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
It's a
It
penalty.
just
a
is what
We
it
were
is.
watching that game
I
together.
know, I know it's a penalty, but it
Longest,
that killed
longest
me.
fourth quarter possibly in.
Oh. Well,
NFL history.
when you can do when you have when the referees are like, we're redoing the third down. What? What do you mean you're redoing it? Wasn't a penalty. Wasn't anything. It's like, we're just redoing it. We weren't ready. We were like, I don't know. Somebody, I don't know. I can't even remember why they did it. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But these refs were pretty bad, man. They're pretty bad.
Like, this game went from me watching the United States presidential elections, be like, what is it? So we're settling this in a week? Is that what happened? What are the rules here?
Yeah, it was horrible.
I get it, but it kills
I know,
me. It
you're
kills
right.
me because he didn't give him too much of the business. And Mahomes kind of,
But it's Mahomes.
Mahomes had his arms up when he was falling.
He was
like, oh my God, I got shot.
Yeah, he got shot.
Right? Like it's still a penalty.
How bad does that player feel? That guy. The guy that hit him from
Thank God he's not Colombian. That's what I
Oh,
said.
man. Yeah, no doubt, eh?
He'd be out.
No doubt.
It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, the game was excellent.
Yeah.
The game was I hope the Super Bowl holds somewhat of a similar style because that was, in my opinion, the best
there were some
game.
good plays happening at big moments.
Yes.
That's right.
That 4th and 6 to go for deep.
Yes.
Deep.
Yes.
What the hell was that?
Beautiful.
Burrow.
Beautiful.
Cincy. Confidence.
I love
Let's
it.
go.
But here's the thing. I love myself, my little Burrow. I love that guy, and I love Chase. But, man, as much as I keep forgetting about Mahomes, he made Scantling, who Aaron could...
Mitch,
am I lying?
I went on a rant on that
but
at
you
Dean's
can go
house.
on all your rants you want. I'm a Packer fan too, but I don't remember Scantling doing that in Green Bay. I don't remember it. Mahomes, man, made everybody better. And by the way, how the hell does Travis Kelce get open so much all the time when he's like the only guy on the team that everyone knows is going to get the ball?
Yeah.
Is he that good or is he not getting respected? I can't figure it
No,
out.
Mitch, there comes a point where sometimes you can't double team the guy. You got to play man on man. I mean, here's the thing with KC. Shame on me for thinking that they don't have a defense.
That is the difference.
You
You're
know,
absolutely
shame
right.
on me.
That is the difference.
Shame on us for thinking Philly's not a real deal. Shame on us that thinking that the Kansas City, like we talked about Cincy and we talked about Buffalo and we talked about, everyone else.
Right. You know what Kansas City is? Their defense? It's that girl that was hot in high school and then she started working out and you're like, you know what? There's something about her. She's hotter. Or she's better looking. And I
Yeah.
can't quite put my finger on it.
That's right.
And that's it. Kansas City's defense
She's
has
wearing
been
loose
working out.
clothes because she wears loose clothes.
She was wearing loose clothes
And then
before.
all of a sudden we're like,
And then
yeah,
all of a sudden
we're
you're
at the
like,
pool party. You
is
want to come
that-
to the pool?
Is that Lululemon?
Hold
What
on
is
a
that?
sec.
What is that?
Club Monaco to Lululemon. Yeah.
Is that backside bleacher Betty? You kidding me? You kidding me? What?
Okay. So we're going into the Super Bowl in Arizona. By the way, rumor has it you're down there. Is that true?
Yeah, February 9th to the 14th.
Very, very nice.
Are you going to
Mr.
the game?
I'm not going to the game, no.
You don't need to be at the game. The waste management's going on the same weekend.
Oh, definitely going to waste management.
We'll talk about that in a second. Waste management's going on, and buddy, that's where Phoenix is the place to be.
Yep.
Next week.
Yep.
Oh my God,
You can go watch the Coyotes, you and the other
Yeah.
4,000 people.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's going to not happen.
It's at Arizona State. You sure?
It is, yep.
So maybe.
Well,
No.
Shane Doan still playing?
He is now.
Yeah, Gretzky's coaching again.
They bring back the party. All right, real quick. We're heading into the Super Bowl. Mr. Morf, I almost don't want to ask, but I got to ask. Philly's favored by 1.5. Who you got? Philly, Kansas City. This is going to be Super Bowl 57. This is going to be good. It's going to be a good one, I think.
Yep. I'm actually going to go Philly by 4.
Philly by 4. I like that.
This is a tough one
Yeah.
because
Hey.
you have beginning like up and coming legacy
Right.
versus the Mahomes trying to get there. Personally, I got Philly
Yeah,
and I like those 4 points.
I'm gonna
I do.
I'm gonna tell you, I am also Philly. I'm almost scared to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but it's because of the running game. You said it earlier. If you run the ball, I don't care who you are. Old school football beats new school football every time and twice on Sunday.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
And that D line you guys have, if Mahomes' leg actually is as bad as it looks, and because that's not going to heal by Super Bowl, not
Well,
100%.
2 weeks is
It
That's a
is,
lot of time.
but
It's a good time for him.
But if it's an actual, this is the big thing. Everyone's talking. It wasn't a high ankle sprain. They're saying that they were dubbing it as that, like to throw off the other team.
You know what? We didn't talk about his scramble there at the end of the game.
I
did
know,
we?
right?
He
Exactly. That's
he
why
looked
people are
pretty good.
saying, "Oh, if it was a true high ankle sprain, it wouldn't have done." Yeah,
They're playing possum.
They're playing possum.
They were
So,
playing possum.
But that D line, man, how many times have we seen it where Mr. Brady, where we're going next, all three of his losses were because that D line made it very uncomfortable.
Guys,
for
the
him every
pressure
single
that
time.
Philadelphia is going to put on Mahomes is going to be sickening in the
it's gonna be
first and
gross. It's gonna
second
be gross.
quarters.
Absolutely.
And that, to me, is going to be the game breaker because you don't got to go far off. If you look at what Tampa Bay did to Kansas City in the Super Bowl, that's the playbook.
That's what
And
I'm
Philly
saying.
has that capacity.
That's it. 100%. From there, we go to the guy that used to play in Tampa Bay. It's Mr. Tom Brady. So, to the day, he retired. Last year, he retired on February 1st or whatever it was, and he did it again the other day. I feel like this is a little game of Chicken Little. I don't know if I believe him or not. So, first question to both of you. Do we believe him? Is he actually retired? And number two, who are your top 5 quarterbacks of all time? Now that the great one, if the GOAT is actually retired, we got to have this debate. We got to have this quick talk. We'll start with the captain, please.
Mm-hmm. I think he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done. He had a really, really hard emotional year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could see it. It took its toll on him on the field.
Absolutely.
Like, he looked so frail.
He does,
Yeah.
right? It looks like he's like aged like 20 years or something.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
thanks, Tom. Thanks, because all our wives right now are like, see? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man. Good point.
Should have quit while you were ahead, Malaka.
Yeah.
Should have quit while
She
you
knew. She knew, Dimitri. Why didn't you guys listen?
You didn't even win the Super Bowl. You didn't
Oh.
even you didn't even get far anywhere. You didn't do this. Well, there we go. You lost to Dallas. Dallas.
That's a good point.
Out of all the teams,
Dallas.
Dallas is who took you out.
Dimitri, who's your top 5 quarterbacks of all time?
Top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Brady won.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
How can you
you
deny?
can't-
I
want
agree.
I want all you guys to just keep your mouth shut. Brady 1. Peyton 2.
Ooh,
Montana 3.
I like that. Okay.
Rodgers 4.
whoa.
I like that.
Mhm,
I'm liking where you're going. I like where you're going with this. Yeah,
mhm,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Don't-
Eli Manning 5. No, I'm just kidding. And you know what? I'm torn with number 5, but I feel
Ooh,
like
that's a good
part
one.
of me wants to say Favre. I'm torn on that one, but for the sake of whatever, I think I got to go. I think I'm gonna go Young.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Look at this. What's my list? Manning. Did he say Manning?
Yep.
Rogers. Did he say Rogers? He
No.
did. No. He said he didn't say this one. He wanted to say
Oh, he
this
did say
one.
that's right.
He said this
Yeah.
one. He said this. We went 4 for 4. If you said Favre, we would have went 5 for 5.
So Favre's my bubble on number 5, but I put Young instead.
Morph, what are your top 5, buddy?
Well, again, it's Brady.
Oh,
It's,
obviously.
again,
100%.
if someone argues that, then they have a problem.
They do. They have a big problem.
Like they're wrong.
Yeah.
Peyton,
Yeah.
The
definitely
sheriff.
up there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
Montana,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know actually.
That's where the debate starts. Yeah, absolutely. If you're old school, you can go like Terry Bradshaw. If you're
Right?
old school, you could say Dan Marino. I don't think Dan Marino, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but you don't win one. You can't really be in the top, dare I say, 10. I'm sorry.
Guys, sorry. Can I give my number 5? I can't believe I didn't think about it. And we were at his house, and he's a big fan. Guys, Elway.
Sure.
Yep.
You know what? Elway's got to be. You know what? I think
Sure.
I put Elway because I'm going to take Young out, put Elway in,
You know what that is.
and
right?
put Favre on the bucket.
That's a raise.
No, you got to do it, man.
Yeah, of course. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, no. I mean,
The Rays.
yeah. The raise is right.
Yeah.
That's gold. No, I mean, okay, there. Quick hit. Do you believe Dan Marino's top 10 quarterback of all time?
Top 10?
A guy
Yes.
that never won a Super Bowl.
Top 10, yes, I do.
But why? He doesn't hold any of the records. He doesn't have, like, during his prime, yeah, the guy was a
Yeah, you're
MAGA
still
all
a solid-
day.
Because I just look at the rest of the class, and he's still a solid quarterback. Do I think he'll end up there? No, because there's a lot. Like,
Okay.
I think Mahomes has already surpassed him, for example.
Morph?
And that's it. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You know what? I can't comment. I didn't see enough Marino to say that he warrants being in the top 10.
All right, here's
Because
a,
winning at the end of the day does matter.
it does matter.
What about, we're talking about, oh my God, Dallas. Aikman. Where does
Aikman.
Aikman stand up?
Aikman, I
The
think,
most
is like
disrespected quarterback.
he might make top 10 if we actually sit down and do it. He might make top
He
10, and he
better.
deserves it.
He's got
but
3.
here, I'll change the sport. Charles Barkley, does he deserve to be in the top 10 of all time for basketball?
That's terrible. How does that one guy? Who's that comedian? Caliendo. That's who it is. He does such a good impression.
But see, do you see what I'm saying? Championships matter. I'm with Morph on this one, man. You gotta to be in the top 10 in your sport, in your in anything. You gotta be a winner, man.
Not top 10 to be considered in the greatest
right?
conversation.
Exactly. You do. You have to have won.
I do believe. Yeah, I kind of agree. Because if you're that good, then you make your team that much better and you win.
Yeah.
There's the other guy. Who's the other guy that we're not? What about Drew Brees? Is he a candidate?
He definitely
then
should
be. He's up there for total yards thrown.
Yep, you're right.
Touchdowns.
Top 10, but not top 5. But top 10, yes.
Yeah.
100%. He's way ahead. And I'm saying like literally way ahead than Marino. Way ahead.
Agreed. Agreed.
On that statement, then why is Eli not in that conversation?
He should be. We disrespect him because he's awkward. He's one of the best. Him and his brother got this great little gig. This whole like,
it's great.
They're funny but they wear like their sweater vests. They got a great thing going.
It's gotten a lot better.
It's gotten better.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't give him the respect. I mean, this guy literally killed Brady twice, and we don't respect him. He's got 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, he should be up higher. But I think it's because he just was awkward. That's all I got. That's it.
Inconsistent Giants team, though, right? Super Bowl one year, not even a playoff. Let's say the next. Like, they were just so up and down.
But again, it goes back to you still have to win.
Yeah.
That's right.
You still have to take it to the next level and beat an undefeated team in the Super Bowl.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
With Tom retiring, they say that this new era is over, right? Like Phillip Rivers and all those guys. Even Phillip Rivers, great quarterback, never won one. Sorry, man. You're like maybe top 20, maybe top 20, maybe top 30. Like when you really start weeding it by, right?
Yeah.
Great quarterback. I liked them, but that doesn't mean anything to me.
That guy has a lot of kids.
A lot of kids.
Yeah, that's
he likes the bolo tie. He wears those.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to wear one to church one day.
Okay, here's a good one.
Yeah.
Biggest woulda, coulda, shoulda quarterback.
Wentz.
Yeah, Wentz is up there for
Funny.
sure.
See, I'm going Philly too, and it's Vic.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah. McNabb there, yeah.
You think McNabb too?
I
never
think
liked
McNabb,
him.
I never liked him either. But you know what? He had a lot of good. He had Andy Reid as his coach. He had it all, man. And he just wasn't. He wasn't a finisher. Another guy is Griffin. RG3. He's a guy that I think started the revolution and then got hurt, and then
those some serious injuries.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right. I put
twice like that. That's
Who else is another?
Luck. Luck is another.
Oh, Luck is a great. That's a good one.
That guy probably maybe is the would have been. I'm not the next Peyton Manning. I think it was fitting. Where he playing in Indianapolis. That's a terrible career, man. That's a terrible end to a career like that.
Like that guy's at the hockey rink like you right now, like as with the other dads, and you're like, that's Andrew Luck, and wow. That is interesting. He's gone full dad mode, that guy. I don't know if you saw him.
No, I haven't seen him.
He was at the very beginning of the season. He was at the Hall of Fame game. And, dude, he's probably lost, he looks like he lost 30 pounds. And he wasn't like a big guy back. He just looks like, hey, how's it going? And, yeah, my kid's grinding in the corner there. And you're like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just dad now. Like, it's crazy. I mean, this guy had the world at the palm of his hand. And now he's just... Yeah, he's happier. He looks happier, by the way. He looks like a Chuck. He looks like a Chuck. All right, it's rapid banter.
Okay,
here we go.
There we go. Give it to me, Mitch.
Waste Management Phoenix Open is the same weekend as the Super Bowl. Which one would you attend if you were given box seats?
Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
By the way, the box seats at the Waste Management is 16. I think you know our answer.
I think
Yeah,
I think I just deleted your contact again.
So identical twins are trying to get pregnant at the same time from the same guy. What tips do you have for this couple to achieve their goals?
Threesome.
Good idea. Yep. Justin Bieber sold his music rights for over $200 million. Good price, or should have held out for more?
Seems cheap.
Does seem
a little cheap.
A little cheap.
Why so young? Like,
Yeah, what's $200 million's nothing this day and age, you know? Debate. Is it okay to answer your cell phone on the golf course?
Oh. Peter Zanis, please don't listen.
No.
Yes.
I don't mind it. Listen, to me, what the heck are we there to do if we're not playing professionally? I want music. I want booze. I want cart girls. I want jokes. I want loud. Answer the phone. Talk during my backswing. I don't care. You know what I mean?
I agree with all of it except the phone.
See,
You hate the phone.
I don't play that much golf to agree, but the phone thing, there is something weird about it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't answer it because it's probably work or the wife, which is both the same thing.
I
by the
see
way.
where you're coming from, Work, with not answering the phone. But if you're on the cart and you guys are going and you do a quick hit,
Hey, listen, I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
I answer the phone when I'm
Of
golfing.
course.
But if you're talking, like, if we're there and, like, you're on the phone, it's like, Malaka, put the phone down.
Yeah.
We came here as a
Yeah.
group to play golf.
Yeah, you're shotgunning
Yeah.
this beer,
Yeah.
and you're not going to make fun of you.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
Peasy's, if it was up to Peasy, he'd be on his phone on the rink.
I'm surprised it's not on the
Does he
bench.
like it that much? I didn't realize he was that.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Buddy.
Whoa.
Buddy.
I didn't realize this was a trigger question here. Whoa.
They're either the books at Richmond or at Newcastle or his phone. It's like something's going on. It's
He's aggressive when it comes to the
a
phone.
very aggressive phone guy.
Newest study proves that fat men last longer in bed. Thoughts?
You're welcome.
Dr. Phil's talk show is ending after 21 seasons. Bring back Maury or bring back Jerry? Jerry. Yes. End of an era. Breeze, Tom, Ben, Eli, Peyton, and Rivers are all gone. 2 minutes left. You're down by 5. Who do you want taking you down?
Roethlisberger, best 2-minute drill man in the game.
Ooh, more
Is he still in
Maybe-
the league?
And maybe
No, he's packing nuts down the street.
Actually, I change even that. Roethlisberger as my number 5.
what?
2-time Super Bowl,
Hey,
3-time
sure.
appearance. I forgot about him.
Morpho, who do you like there?
You know what? I hate to say it. The KC guy.
The KC guy. The KC guy.
KC guy.
Tyler Huntley, Baltimore Ravens QB, is going to the Pro Bowl. He has only 658-yard passing. None other quarterbacks have more passing. Does this make sense, or just please get rid of the Pro Bowl?
Actually, I think the Pro Bowl should just be the loser bowl. Like, get a group of people that are trying to get into the NFL. That should be the new Pro Bowl.
That's a good way. I like that too. Second last one. Adrian Foster, ex running back for Houston, the Houston, what's that? Houston team?
Texans?
Yeah, Texans. Thanks. This weekend said on his own podcast that the NFL is scripted. Real, not real.
He has a podcast.
I mean, it seems like everyone does now, doesn't it?
The barriers to entry are very weak.
James Gunn, last one. James Gunn touts The Flash as probably the best superhero movie of all time. You're a nerd. Is that true?
No. The best superhero movie of all
That's
time?
what the guy said, man.
It's Deadpool.
I'm just telling you.
Pretty darn good at
It's
it.
good. Deadpool
You
is
know,
good.
Canadian. Like
Did you see him? So he owns that soccer team, right? And buddy, they are loving them. Their Reynolds out in England with
Isn't
this.
there a show? There's a show
yeah.
about him in the
It's on
soccer
Apple
team.
TV.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Yeah, that's right. That's right. Someone
That's
mentioned
right.
the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it was really good.
Yep,
like
yeah.
him and his buddy. What's that? Other? Is he a comedian or an actor?
He's an actor on that show. Something Philadelphia.
Always Sunny in
Always
Philadelphia.
Sunny in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Yeah, they're best friends. They bought the team together, and yeah, it's just like kind of a documentary of them, like the whole taking them on and all this. But they were playing some Division 2 team, they're Division 4, and they were like rolling with them. And buddy, the fan base now is like crazy for this team.
Guys, all jokes aside, you speak of like press boxes and everything. If
Yeah.
I won the Powerball or like an insane lottery, I would literally purchase a sports team. Doesn't matter what franchise, hockey, NFL, it doesn't matter. I would purchase a sports team, and I would just buy box seats for all my friends.
That's very nice of you. That's very nice.
Like the whole, like the one section
Yeah.
would just be, Kate Morph, here are your keys. It's your box. Hodge, there's your box. That's it. We're done, boys. We made it.
I still think in all honesty, question number 1, the waste management, that's got to be a bucket list,
Can I
some
tell?
sort of
I
scenario.
agree.
That's got.
But here's the difference. I want the box seat to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I want to attend the waste management. I
Agreed.
don't want the box. I want to be on the course.
Let me ask you about.
Well, you know what? I'm on the course on Saturday.
Nice.
So I'll let you know.
Thank you.
So I got a
I'll let you know.
question. With this waste management, do you think it's a ballsy move that they go up against the Super Bowl? I know it's timing this year. It would just happen to be the same time. But do you think, like, we're talking, that's how ballsy this is? The Super Bowl's in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And this waste management is going on at the same time. And I'm telling you, people are having a problem going, I don't know which one I want to attend.
They're still getting 1 million people through the door.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
That is
with the
insane.
Super Bowl in your backyard. Both of these are going at it. That's how big this tournament has become.
That week 17 has screwed a lot of things up.
That's
for
actually a good
people,
point.
right? It's,
That's
it's
it,
if you think the Super Bowl should have been this past weekend.
Yeah. If you take the week away, because
Or if we've always done it, right?
It would have been,
It would have been tomorrow.
Yep, that's right.
yeah, there it is. Waste management. Call your shot. All right, it's Maga Malaka time. Here we go. Got two. Mr. Captain, you get to decide. We just talked about superheroes. So best superheroes or best captains? We're going to do it for you. It's best captains. All right, here we go. Ready? Maga Malaka.
Okay.
Stevie Y. Stevie Y.
Oh,
Maga or
come on.
Malaka?
Maga.
My guys.
Come on.
He's a Maga now.
Captain
too.
and GM.
Captain and GM, exactly.
Stanley Cup champion.
For some reason, when I Googled top captains, this guy came up. Tim Duncan came up as a captain. I get why, but I mean, I guess you guys see I'm calling Malaka here. By the way,
No way. Maga.
you think he's Maga?
I think he's a Maga too.
He never seemed
Yeah.
like he talked to anybody. That's
He
why.
didn't.
Yeah, okay. So you're saying he was a
Oh,
captain by
he was
showing
business.
I got you.
That turnaround off the glass.
That's what I'm talking about, man. This guy kept that team in shape.
That's true. I love Tim Duncan. I just didn't think he was a captain. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's not-
Okay.
We're talking about captain.
Got it.
Derek Jeter, Maga or Malaka?
I like Derek Jeter, but as
Malaga.
a captain, I got to go Malaka.
Malaga.
Malaka.
Yeah, I don't feel he was very captain-esque.
Well, we're talking baseball, so
Yeah.
Malaga.
Well, here's a guy, Ray Lewis, Maga or Malaka?
Maga.
Maga, come
Well, you
on.
got it.
Come on, man.
Come
He's
on,
gotta
man.
be.
You
He's
kill
gotta
a guy and win a Super Bowl.
That's ridiculous. MVP. Come on. That's Maga.
MVP, Maga. Okay, here's one for you. Well, here's an easy one for you. Over the plate, Michael Jordan, Maga or Malaka?
Maga.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Yeah.
Every time we talk about Jordan, we got to bring up this guy, LeBron James,
As
Maga or
a,
Malaka?
as a captain,
As a captain.
he's a
As captain.
Malaka for me.
He was full Malaga.
Do you see how much he whined when he got fouled against
Oh,
Boston the other day?
I'm so fed up of him.
Oh boy! And he's about to become the all-time leading scorer like next week or something like that. It's on its way.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
used to care once.
Two more. Jonathan Taze, Maga or Malaka?
Captain Serious?
Captain Serious.
Come on, man. He's
Yeah,
Maga.
he's a full Maga. Hey,
Oh, no.
Calgary.
No,
just,
no,
saying.
no, no.
Just saying, Calgary. Just
Malaka.
saying.
What?
What?
I wasn't feeling it.
You weren't feeling?
Yeah, I wasn't feling it.
Oh, dude, you're wrong.
I
You're
don't
so wrong.
I don't know.
All right, second last
What's wrong
one.
with you? What's wrong with you?
Now I'm gonna change the question up on this one. Who would you rather, because they were on the same team, who would you rather have as your captain?
Oh.
Mark Messier or Wayne Gretzky?
Oh, the Moose.
The
100%.
There
Not
it is.
even close.
100%.
Last one. This one might be the greatest captain of all time. He's sitting right next to me, across from Dimitri. It's Captain Morph, Maga.
Maga. Come on now.
There
Come
it
on
is.
now. Come on now.
Well done. There it is, boys.
If you can keep a team of Greeks in line
True.
for
That's a very
so
good
many
point.
years, the Jokers have really outpaced the festival at this point.
Yeah, they have.
They have. Yeah, that's true. It's
All
like herding
from
cats.
the captain.
Yeah.
That's right. He did the festival too, so it wasn't like he was taking the year off. Or...
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
You know what?
the festival's been done for a couple of years. Yeah, Joker's on their last leg.
More of a 10-year timeline.
That's it.
That's
Decade
amazing.
of them. We're done.
Speaking of timeline, where does the time go when you're having fun amongst friends and captains and everyone? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sports Show at Sports Show Podcast on the Instagram, Sports Show TV on the YouTube, Podbean, Spotify, iTunes. We got a radio gig. Episode 2. What are we?
45.
Jeez, episode 245. One for the books.
That's right.
We got to shove it in the locker because we got to hit the showers.
See you later.
Shower time.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes. No,
Thank you,
pleasure.
Capitan.
Now, real quick with superheroes, real quick, because there was some good ones. So what I did was you go through the normal, and then I'm like, give me the weird ones, because
Yeah.
you nerds have like some weird fantasy
Vampirella.
stuff.
She's got. Never mind. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
How about
Just go to Google.
Squirrel Girl, Maga or Maga? Superheroes. These are actual superheroes like Marvel or
actual
DC.
Marvel or DC
yeah,
comics.
yeah.
What's
yeah.
a superpower? Eating nuts. Oh!
Actually, no, because this guy,
We say
the
like-
Man-Eater Lad. There's an actual guy, the Man-Eater
Oh.
Lad. You know that he duels with the squirrel girl.
You're making this stuff up.
I swear to God, Google it. Oh, you think that's bad? How about Fruit Boy? What he does? He was on three comic book series or something.
One was Squirrel Girl.
I don't know. And he can ripen fruit right away.
What?
That was his special power.
Really?
Oh man, I wish these bananas were ready. Hey, hold on a minute. It's all done.
When you're faced with a hard avocado and you only have 3 days.
Going on here?
Who's the writer?
Right?
Who's the writer? It's like, babe,
There was a
is
guy.
Stan Lee,
Here,
this is-
here was one guy
got
that we
nothing
all
else to do.
battled. This is the guy we all battled. Doorman guy. This is literally, there was a doorman.
Oh, yeah.
He would be at all the pubs. Hey, what are you doing? How old are you?
That's right.
And his his kryptonite was fake ID. That's how you got around it.
That's right. The doorman guy.
Now, there's Ant-Man, that's a real one, right? Ant-Man? Okay.
yeah.
And there's a new movie coming out with the Wasp or something. There's a Wasp guy.
Yeah, they're a thing together. Ant-Man and Wasp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, literally at this point, have they just ran out of names? The Wasp, the Ant-Man. What's next? Like, what are we doing? The Cockroach? Like, what else is going on?
There
Like,
might be a cockroach guy already.
There might be.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Why not a butterfly guy?
Yeah.
Why not that?
I don't get it. Why limit it?
Yeah.
That's right.
The grasshopper.
It's not inclusive.
I'm just saying. There's a lot going on. And then the last one, literally, this is his name. Arm Fall Off Boy. His arm would fall off and use it as a bat to hit people.
Was he a leper?
Well, yes, he was a leper.
Well, that sounds like it.
You know, whatever happened to leprosy? How did that just go away with no drug?
Vaccines.
Yeah. That's COVID.
Vaccines. That's it. Done.
Maybe leprosy was a conspiracy theory by the ruling Roman government. They unleashed leprosy into the world.
Well, how are they going to fight it if they got one arm? Or no arms?
So bad. So bad.
All right, there it is.
You don't know me when it drop, then I'm mostly what they bopping. You can say what you got when it's Tuesday, I be locked in.
DJSW, we're Saved by the Bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast.